Hello, welcome back to this month's Birdmoss, and the theme is the midwife. Very interesting theme. I'm very curious to see what we get for this. Oh, and look, we have some little rosemary, maybe, needles, or cool. Set those right over here. Some little wood pieces. Ooh, look at the beautiful artwork. These could be also from some sort of tree, but anyway, look at this beautiful art. This just represents spring right here, doesn't it? The midwife transition. The midwife's work changes with the seasons. In the winter, she keeps bedside vigils for those moving through fevers. In the spring, she assists with births. Her work is to aid those who are transiting between worlds or embarking upon rites of passage or enduring painful transformations. She aims to prevent and ease discomfort. When pain can't be removed, she helps translate its thumping, opaque code into something meaningful. She dabs the wingtips of the young crows with quickened oil before their first journeys. Thus prepared, they can rise to the challenge of long, windy flights between worlds. Okay, it is pine. That was my second thought when I looked at it closer. Sprig of pine, dreamer, I've enclosed a twig from one of the trees which surround my new home. It is on the deckled border of Birdmoss, where the Birdmoss sky and that of our own world knit together. The crows travel between the two worlds, not by dreaming, but by flying. When the young crows cross into our world for the first time, they often collect a souvenir, a sprig or a leaf, or a tiny stone to mark the occasion. In exchange, they drop a glossy feather. Crossing between worlds is a rite of passage, like the births and deaths the midwife attends. Your bit of pine will allow the Birdmoss crows visiting our sky to recognize a kindred spirit. We have some sigils down here. Sing, quicken, you, being, or golden ratio, her, and this one's not labeled. Oh, that one's rest. This one's rest. You dream into Birdmoss and arrive in the forest. The robins welcome your return, easing the transitions. You feel the brush of a wing as an excited robin seeks your attention. She has brought someone to meet you, the midwife, who is searching the ground for empty bits of eggshell that have fallen from the nests in the trees. The birds need little help from her in caring for their eggs, but they turn to her for support for other rites of passage, first flights, injuries, and courtships. Oh, look at this beautiful little wood-carved robin. Oh, that is precious. I love that. That's special. Give her little nest of pine needles here. There's more in the box that I'll dig out later. Straight from Shannon's new home. I'm so happy for her that she was finally able to get into her new home. You join the midwife and help her as she forages for the spent shells. She uses the larger pieces to make amulets for laboring women. The smaller pieces are collected, then ground into a chalky powder, which she uses to ease transitions and to create protections. Use your powder to dust the ground or trace a circle of protection, or crumble a pinch into your bath water when seeking comfort during stressful times. Well, here it is, some cascarilla, and you can use it as a chalk or crumble it up and use it. And it came in this little box with the stamp of the bird on a feather. The midwife carries a purse of common remedies and tools. Among them is a small candle scribe, similar to an awl. It is carved from bone. She uses it to scratch sigils and shapes into the candles which burn during her appointments. Sometimes she'll use it to gently trace words of comfort on the skin of those she tends. And that's what some of those sigils are for. And that's this one. So we have a candle scribe carved from bone and a little tea light here that we can carve into. That's awesome. The beeswax tea light. The midwife uses candles of various sizes depending on the work at hand. This tea light will burn for about 4 hours in total. Before lighting it, inscribe its surface with blessings. Rest. I think I'm going to put the rest sigil on mine. This works really well. Get the little crumblies off. Yeah, I like that. That works really well. Cool. Try to make that where you can see the bird a little better. The midwife sources some treatments from the foxes, who practice a kind of herbal alchemy. She usually carries a vial of cusp oil, using it to trace sigils on the feet, calves, or back. When massaging the glistening marks into the skin. The soothing jojoba oil has been quickened with preonite, jasmine, and rose petals. In Birdmoss, jasmine is associated with the midnight moon. It is uplifting and calming and promotes openness to new information and wisdom. Preonite is known as the healer stone and is used to support guided meditations. And that is this beauty right here. Look at that, how beautiful. We've got the preonite chips in the bottom. And then we have our rose petals and our jasmine. How beautiful is that? And we've got a roller ball. Let's do the rest symbol on my wrist. Oh, it smells beautiful. I love that. Oh, and it's so beautifully presented as well. What a beautiful box. And this scent. It's a beautiful, soft scent. Because fear of the unknown can slow or stall a transition, the midwife also carries tools of divination. In particular, she turns to a shiny pendulum, heavy for its size, to gather clues about things to come. To use your pendulum, you will need to determine its language. To begin, simply start by determining the movements which will mean yes and no. Hold your question in your mind and wait for the pendulum to swing. Everything is swinging. The water is thick with life. And I just love how, so she has it typed up, but then you've got all these handwritten bits in there. And I just love how she does that. And we've got a little tiny black sachet with our metal pendulum inside. Awesome. And let's check out our charm for next month's box, see what our clue is. Look inside for a glimpse of things to come. Oh, wow. How cool is this? So it's like a crow with a human face with a crown on top. So it's like a queen, part crow or raven. Ouch. Have you guys seen this before? Is this somebody or something in particular? That's interesting and cool looking. I cannot wait to see what that's about. What a beautiful little box, though. I would say my favorite is this little hand-carved wooden robin. She's so beautiful. I love that we got some bits of nature from Shannon's new home. And this is beautiful, and it smells even more beautiful. But another beautiful box from Birdmoss. And thanks for coming to hang out, and I hope that you all have a magical day. Happy new moon in Taurus, which was last night. I hope this Taurus season brings you all lots of beautiful, sensual, earthy energies. See you soon. Bye.